children. Today we are here to discuss about Rowlatt Act of 1919. Okay, this is very important topic of chapter number 2, nationalism in India. So here today we will discuss about the Rowlatt Act of 1919. This is this topic. Okay, so what was this Rowlatt Act of 1919 and what was the other name of this act? This act is also called as Black Act. Black Act. Okay, this is also called as Black Act. Why this act is also called as, or you must say known as Black Act? Why we call it Black Act? So let's study. Let's see what was this Rowlatt Act of 1990. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand when this act was passed. This act was passed in 1919. Okay, so by whom this act was passed? Next question. This act was passed by British government. Okay, in India. So this was passed by British government here. This was passed by British government. So this was not passed by Indian administrators. Okay, this was passed by British government because in 1919, who was ruling over here? Britishers. Okay, colonial rule was here in India. So Britishers passed Rowlatt Act in 1919. Second point is this act, Rowlatt Act gave enormous powers. This is written over here. This is second point. This act gives enormous powers to government. Which government? British government, for repressing political activities, so that they can stop political activities in India, especially in northern India. Okay, during 1990, and detention of political prisoners without any trial for 2 years. This, according to this act gave them enormous powers, and now they can detain any political prisoner. They can put behind the bars. They can put behind the bars political prisoners for 2 years without any trial. So this act gave them enormous powers. Black Act. This is also called as Black Act. Kala Kanun. Okay, this was Black Act. Okay. So third point is detention of political prisoners. Of course, yes, of course, this act gave them enormous powers. They can detain any political prisoner and they can put behind them bars for 2 years without any trial. Okay. So thereafter, children, on 6th April, what happened? 6th April 1919, what happened? Gandhiji started non-violent civil disobedience. Now you need to understand what is violence and what is non-violence. So here Gandhiji, because Gandhiji was fond of non-violence. Okay, he started Satyagraha here in India, and what was the base of Satyagraha? That was truth and non-violence. So here also, when British government passed this act, Rowlatt Act of 1919, that time also on 6th April 1919, Mahatma Gandhi started non-violent civil disobedience movement. So what is this non-violent? Non-violent means without any violence. Okay. Civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement means, as I already told you, he had started Satyagraha. Satyagraha was actually the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi. You must say it was the movement which was started by Mahatma Gandhi, and it was based on two principles. That these principles were truth and non-violence. Okay. So civil disobedience means here he started civil disobedience means the society will boycott the foreign goods. The society will boycott the foreign policies. And which foreign policy? British government. Who were foreigners here during 1919? Britishers were foreigners over here. Okay, they will disobey all the rules and regulation, all the laws which were passed by British government. Okay, and opposing it, Mahatma Gandhi opposed this act, Rowlatt Act of 1990. Okay, opposing it with a nationwide hartal, and this is that particular date Here Mahatma Gandhi started a nationwide hartal on this day, 6th April, by passing what? Non-violent civil disobedience movement. And this movement was passed to oppose Rowlatt Act of 1990, which is also called as Black Act, Kala Kanun. Okay. So thereafter, what happened, bacha? How people had participated, how they contributed in this nationwide hartal. People of a country, natives of this nation, the shops were closed. The shops were closed. It means people came out of their houses. They supported Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, they supported Mahatma Gandhi to oppose this Black Act, that is called Rowlatt Act of 1990. So shops were closed. This was the result of this was the result of this non-violent civil disobedience movement. And see, this is very clear. To make any movement successful, the contribution of people is very important. Okay, so people were very you must say they were full of anger. You must say yes, they were full of anger and they wanted to oppose the British policies here in India, and that's why the shops were closed. They closed their shops. Rallies were organized. Okay, in support of this non-violent civil disobedience movement, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so railway workers went on strike. Railway workers. Okay, so these railway workers were actually they were working for British government actually. Okay, so they stopped their work. They went on strike. Instead of going on work, they went on strike. Okay, they supported this non-violent civil disobedience movement, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi in 1990. Okay, and why this movement was started? Civil disobedience movement was started in 1919, 6 April 1919, to support support the people of India, to support their feelings. And this act was started. This movement was started against Black Act, against Rowlatt Act of 1990. So thereafter, government brutally repressed. What was the reaction of British government towards this civil disobedience movement, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi? So government brutally repressed the nationalists. So this was very clear. Yes, of course, this was very clear. Okay, so they started brutally repressing the nationalists, which means they imprisoned them, and many of the political prisoners were put behind the bars. Okay, so they were put in the jails. Okay, so martial law. After this situation, after all this, after nationwide hartal, martial law was imposed in India. Okay, especially in northern India. Okay, Punjab, Haryana. These were the states. These were the areas, especially in Punjab. Okay, martial law was imposed. Okay, so when martial law was, now we need to understand what is martial law. We need to understand that. Okay, martial law is a situation. It is a situation, bacha, when military took power instead of police. They try to control. They actually try to control the situation. You must say the trouble of an area. That is called martial law. So martial law, in martial law, what happens actually? Military controls each and everything instead of police. Okay, so which means military during this martial law, military had enormous powers to detain anyone, any person. They can detain any person. So who became the head of the military during 1919 during martial law was General Dyer. General Dyer took the command. And thereafter one massacre took place here in India. That was Jallianwala massacre. Okay, 1919, 13 April 1919. But we will discuss about Jallianwala tragedy in next video. But here we will revise once again what was the Rowlatt Act of 1919. This was the act which was passed by British government in 1919 to repress the political activities in India, to repress the political prisoners, to stop the aggression which was started by Indian nationalists, moderates, extremists. Because now Britishers were quite aware. They were quite aware about the political activities which were going on here in India, and this was the time period of World War First also. Simultaneously, you need to focus. This was the time period of World War First also. So this act gave Britishers enormous powers, and they cannot detain anyone without any trial for 2 years. Okay, so this act was opposed by Indian people, Indian nationalists. And one of them was Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, he started non-violent civil disobedience movement on 6th April 1919 to oppose this Rowlatt Act, which is called Black Act. Okay, and people also contributed a lot. They closed their shops, rallies were organized, railway workers went on strike, and thereafter government brutally repressed all these nationalists. I mean, these nationalists, they were put behind the bars. I mean, they were उनको बंदी बना दिया गया, और उनको बंदी बना के कहाँ डाल दिया गया, जेल में बंद कर दिया गया. और brutally means by force. Okay, so who took the command? General Dyer, who is responsible for Jallianwala tragedy also, Jallianwala massacre also. Okay, General Dyer took the command. Army command, martial law was imposed. And what is martial law? Martial law is a situation when military took the charge. Military, instead of police, military deal with the trouble. Okay, so yes, of course, this was all about Black Act. This was all about Rowlatt Act of 1990. So this was enough for today. Thank you.